covered up, washed white, drugged up, slugged up, beat bread, left for dead, fuck your life. It's all the plan, kill your man, take your land, slave your kids, rape your wife.
Yeah, you listening to Super Play.
Swear we gon' die every day. They said Jesus gon' save us. Well, I know we die if we wait. I know we die if we can't. They tell us we black, but we ain't. Aboriginal, native, yeah, we gon' die every day. Cause we don't know where we came. We been here, lived here, open borders, got deported, fought for rights. Kidnapped, bitch slapped, blacked out, covered up, washed white. Drugged up, slugged up, beat bread, left for dead, fuck your life. It's all the plan, kill your man, take your land, slave your kids, rape your wife. Why y'all look so mad if all this shit I say is true? Why y'all look so mad if all this shit happened to you? White man quick to tell you was a slave, nothing before me. He himself only been free since 1840. Don't record it. I'm an ancient Egyptian from Atlantis, head straight from Canada, that's Israel. Nothing fake about me, no capping rapping. I just fed the ink and I'm digital. No caveman, I'm original. Kentucky fried, extra crispy. Wear a lot of gold cause my family history. I'm the guy to know I bring death to history. But we gon' die every day. They said Jesus gon' save us. Well, I know we die if we wait. I know we die if we can't. They tell us we black, but we ain't. Aboriginal, native, yeah, we gon' die every day. Cause we don't know where we came. Swear we gon' die every day. They said Jesus gon' save us. Well, I know we die if we wait. I know we die if we can't. They tell us we black, but we ain't. Aboriginal, native, yeah, we gon' die every day. Cause we don't know where we came. Power, only respect power. Respect power. What's been said can't be said no louder. Stand for something, or you die a coward. They bombed our church and set our kids on fire. Police keep erasing cause they backed up by the nation. Nation ain't complaining cause the Indians still hanging. Comanche, Sioux, Apache, ain't no history in blackness. No reason for that chatting if you bitch up when it's action. AR on my body, tell the bro to grab the shot and loading up the new edition. Finna hit him with this bobby. I can't shoot the shit, but 30 it's 54 races.
Check.
Anytime in prison, they don't
no
want
check, just straight cash, bitcoins, money. You know what it is.
Snitches get the stick. Talking all that hatred in the
Super Blaze inside the campaign mix, man. The continuance we on YouTube live now.
We gon' die every day.
We had the first little quarter, little halftime situation.
They tell us we black, but we ain't.
On Mixcloud, you know what I mean? You know what it is.
Yeah, we gon' die.
A little different situation on Mixcloud. We can get it in over there a little different. You know what I mean?
They said Jesus gon' save us. Well, I know we die if we wait. I know we die if we can't.
Shout out to Trey Ali and
we black, but we ain't.
Aboriginal Turtle Island, you know what it is, man.
We gon' die every day. Cause we don't know where we came.
And power only respects power. You know what it is, man. That's very powerful words right there. You know what, man? Welcome. Let me log on and see who's in the chat, man. My camera just on some wild out. Shout out to Love on Purpose. You know what it is, man. What up? Ra the Prince. You know what I mean? Shout out to Miss Sherry. You know what it is, man. Yeah, we here, man. Live inside the mix on YouTube, real quick. You know what I mean? Campaign mix. Let's get it in real quick. All right. I'll turn this camera off right here. It's a little shaky, so we here. Peace. Let's go.
Feeling like a siren. I don't need no driver license. Just a beauty like a license. Let the ride or die and steal the show. You know they try to drown me and I'm a tea. But I'm alive, they can't bury me. Now I'm wealthy and scholarly. Walk on the sea like I'm JC. Now I'm doing bigger, better. I'm changing atmospheres. Never meditation clears the mind. Keep it so clear. Don't you let them use you. Keep your weapon near. Celebration is the only way out.
Yes, Ascension. You know what it is, Black Tiger.
You gotta be tired of dying and burying people out. Yeah.
I'll play one more time for the time. Hold up. Gotta get it right, man, for real. It's that Black Tiger Ascension. Make sure you go get that real quick. In the iTunes store.
Feeling like a siren. I don't need no driver license. Just a beauty like a license.
It's motivation for our people right here. Listen carefully. Come on, some words right here.
You know they try to drown me and I'm a tea. But I'm alive, they can't bury me. Now I'm on the sea like I'm JC. Now I'm doing bigger, better. I'm changing atmospheres, levitating. The meditation clears the mind, keep it so clear. Don't you let them use you, keep your weapon near. Celebration is the only way out here. You gotta be tired of dying and burying people out here. I know it's hard cause they shoot first. They pull up, yeah, they click clack, they do dirt. They go home, there's no get back. But they can't bother me, nah. Cause I'm not property. This is essential, essential. Essential. Yeah, this the mission, yeah. To be free and clear, living off the left like a trillionaire. This the mission, I ain't gotta care. Living on my dream and killing all the nightmares, yeah.
DJ Super Blaze is in the mix.
Bang, bang, bang.
This is the mission, yeah. To be free and clear, living off the left like a trillionaire. This the mission, I ain't gotta care. Living on my dream and killing. Every day I wake, I make my mind up. I'ma be the one, be the truth, be the way, yeah. Every day I wake, I make my mind up. Gotta keep my mind on the because they only telling their side of the story. Out here telling lies like they on Morrid. And poor rich kids get their money on phone. But down here in the hood, yeah, we know Forex. We growing up, yeah, we got the good. Good on them assets, good on my back. Get for the cash before the whole market crash. A news flash, just a blast from the past. We gonna smash it, be prepared to hit the gas.
Build the land, get the wealth, change your name up. Get the title in your hands, put your game up. Melodation, elevation, arise. We the vibe, blood eye, and we travel.
Drive.
Blood eye, and we travel.
Just my drive.
Blood eye, and we travel. Hit him with the high-up. Yeah. Sherry no I got from Virginia. Yeah.
I know I'm more because I'm less. I know I'm more. I pass the test. We got to see with the true eyes. We need some brand new bright ideas. We got the hearts and some great minds, yeah. If we could all just be sincere.
Build the land, get the wealth, change your name up. Get the title in your hands, put your game up. Melodation, elevation, arise. We the vibe, blood eye, and we travel.
Drive.
Blood eye, and we travel.
Just my drive.
Blood eye, and we travel. Build the land, get the wealth, change your name up. Get the title in your hands, put your game up. Melodation, elevation, arise. We the vibe, blood eye, and we
DJ Super Blaze is in the mix.
Every day I wake, I make my mind up. I'ma be the one, be the truth, be the way, yeah. Every day I wake, I make my mind up. Gotta keep my mind on the because they only telling their side of the story. Out here telling lies like they on Morrid. And poor rich kids get their money on phone. Down here in the hood, yeah, we know Forex. We growing up, yeah, we got the good.
good on them assets, good on my back. Get for the cash before the whole market crash. A news flash, just a blast from the past. We gonna smash it, be prepared to hit the gas. Build the land, get the wealth, change your name up. Get the title in your hands, put your game up. Melodation, elevation, arise. We the vibe, blood eye, and we travel.
Drive.
Blood eye, and we travel.
Just my drive.
Blood eye, and we travel. Hit him with the higher. Sereno Haka from Virginia. I know I'm more because I'm blessed. I know I'm more. I passed the test. We got to see with the true eyes. We need some brand new bright ideas. We got the hearts and some great minds, yeah. If we could all just be sincere. Build a land, get the wealth, change your name. Get the time in your hands, switch the game up. Melanation, elevation, arise. We divide, blood eye, and we travel. Drive. Blood eye, and we travel. Woo. That's my drive. Woo. Blood eye, and we travel. Build a land, get the wealth, change your name up. Get the title in your hands, switch the game up. Melanation, elevation, arise. We divide, blood eye, and we travel. Hit and look the higher, yeah.
DJ Super Blaze is in the mix.
Sometimes it make your mind dissolve, trying to solve something not meant for you to solve. You got to search for inner peace. Inner peace. Sometimes you got too much involved, trying to solve personal problems you should solve. You got to search for inner peace. Inner peace. Check me out. To free my mind, I leave my house and hit the intercoastal. Sitting right in my backyard, the shit is really local. It's like my problems run away when I sit by the water. Meditating, sitting still, I become the water. Jump off the cliff of life, release my parachute of problems, everything's alright. At least that's what I tell myself until it hit the night. The spirit synchronized with my blood, I'm taking flight. My mind consumed. The devil said he moving in, but I ain't got no room. He wanna break me down and tell me I'm what I assume, but I just keep on grinding up to my top chakra, feeling like a Buddhist on a mountain, sitting proper, traveling God, moving through the cosmos, space and time. But all I really know, I'm at my zenith, familiar with my inner peace because I seen it. Sometimes it make your mind dissolve, trying to solve something not meant for you to solve. You got to search for inner peace. What? Inner peace. Sometimes you got too much involved, trying to solve personal problems you should solve. You got to search for inner peace. Inner peace. Bonquisha had a baby, but that baby didn't make it. Feeling like she's all alone and can't no one related. She permed her hair, put in some weave and made her nails long. Aspirations of stripping and making millions. Packed it up, left her mom, moved to South Beach, hoping she could make a living off monogamy. But things changed when she met her. She fell in love with the dream he sold and everything.
You already know what it is. Tap in with
us. Cuban links in the real estate. Hoping he would take her to a realer place. She lost in the facade. Things ain't what they seem.
Trying to everybody in the chat, you already know what your boy back here to be in the
she got no
right
money,
now.
got no job, ain't nowhere to go. She ran back to her mama's house and broke down on the floor.
We need you to get some peace out there. You know, we don't disrupt some stuff tonight. So we're gonna sit before you get disrupted by anything you might not have heard before. See, look, it's screen shaking as I'm saying it. It's trembling, you heard? Get your peace in your life, you know what I mean? Sounding to you. PSB, what up? You can go get this bad boy right here, this song on iTunes. Do the campaign forever. Shout out to my man Trey Sincetta. I said like my own way, Trey Sincetta. You heard? Let go.
Make your mind dissolve, trying to solve something not meant for you to solve. You got to search for inner peace. Inner peace. Sometimes you got too much involved, trying to solve personal problems you should solve. You got to search for inner peace. Inner peace. Check me out. To free my mind, I leave my house and hit the intercoastal. Sitting right in my backyard, this shit is really local. It's like my problems run away when I sit by the water. Meditating, sitting still, I become the water. Jump off the cliff of life, release my parachute of problems, everything's alright. At least that's what I tell myself until it hit the night. The spirit synchronized with my blood, I'm taking flight. My mind consumed. The devil said he moving in, but I ain't got no room. He wanna break me down and tell me up what I assume. But I just keep on grinding up to my top chakra. Feeling like a Buddhist on the mountain, sitting proper. Traveling God, moving through the cosmos, space and time. But all I really know, I'm at my zenith. Familiar with my inner peace because I seen it. Sometimes it make your mind dissolve, trying to solve something not meant for you to solve. You got to search for inner peace. What? Inner peace. Sometimes you got too much involved, trying to solve personal problems you should solve. You got to search for inner peace.
Inner peace. You gotta search for it, man.
Inner peace.
All right, 2 more to go. Let's go.
Bonquisha had a baby, but that baby didn't make it. Feeling like she's all alone and can't no one related. She permed her hair, put in some weave and made her nails long. Aspirations of stripping and making millions. Packed it up, left her mom, moved to South Beach, hoping she could make a living off monogamy. But things changed when she met a G. She fell in love with the dream he sold and everything she sees. The big cars, Cuban links, and the real estate. Hoping he would take her to a realer place. She lost in the facade, things ain't what they seem. He left her for a girl that had some bigger dreams. She got no money, got no job, and nowhere to go. She ran back to her mama's house and broke down on the floor. Her mama told her, you stuck in the belly of the beast. You need to search for inner peace. Sometimes you got too much involved, trying to solve something not meant for you to solve. You got to search for inner peace. Inner peace. Sometimes you make your mind dissolve, trying to solve personal problems you should solve. You got to search for inner peace. Inner peace.
Pardon my autonomy. I know one day they'll honor me. This ain't pertaining to 28 Deuteronomy. Self-determination, controlling our situation. Ain't no more indoctrination from pale faces. Fire! Yeah, you listen to Super Blaze. Let's go.
Bang, bang, bang.
This could take quite a bit of time.
Pardon my autonomy. I know one day they'll honor me. This ain't pertaining to 28 Deuteronomy. Self-determination, controlling our situation. Ain't no more indoctrination from pale faces. How the fuck you bumpy and broke with a pair of races? My lineage for people of color with a left make each nigga. This right here. It ain't burgundy. If you plot murder, I'm certain that you'll need surgery. Hurt from when the murder squeeze. Protecting tribe business. Only consulting with governments try to tribe with it. Please don't confuse us with those considered native. Semi-autonomy never was in our nature. Just address me as Estelusti. Wild Indian status and Cherokees riding Ruchis. In my war bonnet, if you want it, bring it to your region. And black horse, same color than European. Part of my autonomy. I know one day they'll honor me. This ain't pertaining to 28 Deuteronomy. Self-determination, controlling our situation. Ain't no more indoctrination from pale faces.
Aborigines, which means what? Black folks. But you never find a white aborigine. Aborigines are called natives, or they're always dark-skinned people. You and I are aborigines.
This could take quite a bit of time.
Pardon my autonomy. I know one day they'll honor me. This ain't pertaining to 28 Deuteronomy. Self-determination, controlling our situation. Ain't no more indoctrination from pale faces. How the fuck you bumpy and broke with a pair of races? My lineage for people of color with a left make each nigga.
This right here maroon, now it ain't burgundy. If you plot murder, I'm certain that you'll need surgery. Hurt from when the burner squeeze. Protecting tribe business. Only consulting with governments, tribe to tribe with it. Please don't confuse us with those considered native. Semi-autonomy never was in our nature. Just is as the Solstice. Wild Indian status and Cherokees riding broochies. In my war bonnet, if you want it, bring it to your region. And black forces the same color the European. Part of my autonomy. I know one day they'll honor me. This ain't pertaining to 28 Deuteronomy. Self-determination, controlling our situation. Ain't no more indoctrination from faces.
Aborigines, which means what? Black folks. You never find a white aborigine. Aborigines are called natives, or they're always dark-skinned people. You and I are aborigines, but you don't like to be called an aborigine.
Yeah, rhyme so dope, my eyes low. When you move like God, the time slow. I came back for the blacks and John Doe's. Crack open them land patents, let go of them townhomes. What's a native to a native? He $5 dough if he not melanated. Pale faces got you waiting on a savior. Sending prayers up, he texting back on vacation. Yeah. God's children, give all your praise Jesus, but how God feeling? He say put no one before him in divine image. It's you with God and Christians. I got a vision, but niggas ain't gotta listen, so they don't. We came from the soil, wasn't fucking with no boats. Bible took our spirit, English potted on our homes. Tribal families turn on us, don't act like y'all don't know. But fuck them and they grudges. We was something turned to nothing. And now we let this turn to something. Reincarnation of ancients, fresh up out the oven. This the message to the black man. 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 Shooters on my roof, lawyers in the coop. We can never die, bitch, we bulletproof. This the message to the black man. This the message to the black man. Say you wasn't slaves, you was prisoners of war. And stop wasting your time, these other bitches ain't important. You ain't meditating, you ain't mating with the source. Like what the fuck's a noodle if you ain't painted with the sauce? Listen. I find it hard to trust the pastor who rather side with the master who preaching we should submit about getting murdered and captured, about how we should wait on God. It's never our vernacular. They get paid and praised by the dollar long as they keeping us stagnant. Yeah. And niggas think they woke, huh? Like you can change the whole world through a vote, huh? Like slave masters willing to let their slave go, huh? That slave master was probably your kinfolk, huh? History in reverse, a black king strategy. When blacks were your majesty, they always hide your pyramids but point to where the castles be. Aristocracies with your last name patent accurately.
Listen to what he's saying.
And I ain't even tell half the shit. Like, I ain't even tell a quarter of the shit.
We even hit the Solstice mix yet.
I'm just getting started. Yeah, niggas rap about busting guns and all this weird shit.
Hold on, God. Pause for me, dog.
I'm trying to get my people back, nigga.
That's right, man. Shout out to everybody in the party. You heard it. It's the Winter Solstice mix. You heard me? Yeah, we just that's what we calling it. Cause next year, we ain't gonna front. We ain't gonna be here on this day. But we've been doing this for 3 years. Shout out to the party. We're 3 years in. You know what I mean? 3 solstices. You know what I mean? 3 solstices. You know what I mean? But at the same time, shout out to the party. You know what I mean? Thriller campaign. The harsh reality is live life autonomously. BSB. We in the building. You know what I'm saying? It's your boy Mac Aiken. The Autonomous Party. We here. You know what I mean? Live. You know what I mean? Music Media Lounge. You already know what it is. Put the W's in front, just like us. TheAutonomousParty.com. Check us out. In the new year, we got a lot of things we're getting ready to do. And I'm proud of what we've been able to accomplish. Shout out to the party once again. Not just the social club, but, shout out to I'm going to put it out there like that guy, the ministry. You heard me? Yeah. Shout out to both sides of what we're doing. There's 2 sides to a bird, they say. You know what I'm talking about? Especially when you're moving on an international, national level. You're good in all 50 states and wherever United Nations is located. Talk some shit. At the same time, though, the party, you know what I mean? We are moving absolutely. Self-determination, self-identification, you know what I'm saying? All that good stuff. Yeah, we delineating. Some people might not like that we delineate, But that's not what you got to do. You don't subscribe to it. You don't got to subscribe to it. You feel me? But we live though. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, it's the party, the autonomous party. I found a lot of interesting things throughout history in the last 3 years of certain groups of people underneath certain kingdoms in certain empires in certain nations that had charters, good, bad, and ugly, underneath different crowns that would be recognized, what I'm saying, on a level that might not be, totally related, in some cases related to that crown. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So the mixture of things I'm seeing is really interesting. In the new year, I'm letting you know we coming. I'm talking about Maranatha. Last week, Solstice part 3, and Babylon to America part 2. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna play a quick clip. What we got? We got the Solstice joint. We got God. Shout out to BSB, God of Green, Blaze, Baron P, Firebird, the whole social club, the ministry, everything. The party. You feel me? The autonomous party. Pull up real quick. Let me get that joint. Yeah, let me get the Solstice joint. Let me make sure we need a Solstice mix. Before I even let Blaze go into a mix. Before I lay down, or I'm gonna lay down, we get out of here tonight. It ain't gonna be long. You know what I mean? Ain't no guests, nothing, just us. You know what I'm talking about? We're gonna put some things out there tonight before we slide. You know what I mean? Yeah. Winter solstice. I know some people call it Christmas. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie. Being that I know some people might call it Christmas, that's the prerogative. You know what I mean? Saint Nick, Santa Claus, whatever you might subscribe to. But historically speaking, before there was even a Saint Nick or a Santa Claus, mythology or fable, there's an international, I would say again, thing going on in history tied to the sun, moon, and the stars. Because the constellations and certain things have relations to as above, so below, as on earth, as in heaven, the cosmos, which would be tied to the constellations. So the solstice is tied to the constellations. Now I keep my head in the sky, I keep my feet on the ground. So certain pivotal points of the year happen to be cardinal 4 points that I pay attention to. They happen to have solstices and equinoxes tied to the points of the 4 corners. We happen to be in that time of the year, and the sun has gone to its lowest point in the season that we're in. And for all of our sake, we shall hope that it rises tomorrow on the 25th. You did. But at the same time, as it says here on the link, winter solstice, we in the mix. Before we go into the mix, I want to make sure that it's there. Winter solstice, also called the hibernal. Interesting, right? Hibernal solstice occurs when either the Earth's poles reaches its maximum tilt away from the sun. This happens twice yearly, once in each hemisphere, northern and southern. For that hemisphere, that winter solstice is that day with the shortest period of daylight and the longest night of the year, and when the sun is at its lowest daily maximal elevation in the sky. Each polar region experiences continuous darkness or twilight around its winter solstice. The winter solstice occurs during the hemisphere's winter in the northern hemisphere. This is the December solstice. Yeah, they call it December solstice, 21st or the 22nd. Shout out to my daughter, Chanel Soul Brown. She was born on the 20th, 2023. Excuse me, actually, 2023, 2003. I'm tripping, right? She turned 20 just a couple days ago on the 20th. You know what I mean? The day before the solstice, the 21st. And shout out to my sister too, Sagittarius season, the 19th. They're literally a day apart. You know what I'm talking about? Shout out to all my Sagittarius, 15th, 19th. Yeah, same day as my sister, Super Blaze. You know what I mean? It's on the 19th, going into the solstice. I mean, shout out to all the Sagittarius in the season, the zodiac sign tied to Sagittarius, that fire sign that lights up the winter. You know what I mean? Before any tree do. Because I ain't gonna lie, my pops was born on Thanksgiving. And I guess that's the early part of this Sagittarius sign. Just to put that out there, yeah. I got a lot of Sagittarius in my family. I got a lot of Sagittarius in my family. Blaze, you family, you heard? Oh, shout out to Felicia. Yeah. On the 10th, oh, we got a lot of solstices, you know what I mean? A lot of Sagittarius in the circle. You know what I mean? Shout out to everybody that's Sagittarius. I know y'all Capricorns be hating. It's all good. You be all right. You know what I'm saying? Don't be capping on what's going on in this time of the year, man. From Thanksgiving to what they call Christmas is their season. You know what I'm saying? I gotta call it how I see it. You know what I mean? With that being said, each polar region experiences continuous darkness or twilight around its winter solstice. The winter solstice occurs during the hemisphere's winter in the northern hemisphere. This is the December solstice, once again, December 21st or the 22nd. And in the southern hemisphere, this is June solstice. Yeah, you know what? That's the summer. That's the pivotal. Like we would call it North and South Pole. Dealing with the sun. Because the winter would be the southern pole, right? That sounds crazy, right? But it's because you think of south, you think of warm, right? But no, the southern pole dealing with the sun is dealing with the sun being at its lowest point. You know what I mean? Off the equator, you know what I mean? Of the sun, where is that? And the northern pole technically is tied to the sun being at its highest. You see that guy? So, I mean, see how the world upside down? Where you at? We're upside down based off that right there. You know what I'm saying? Because how you were affected by the sun and where it comes up and where it goes down at, and the timing based off our calendars in our time system today, it's tied off the 4. 24 hours, 24 times 4, divided by 4, it's going to be 6. 6 times 4 is going to be 24. You know what I mean? So in the mathematics of a 6-hour increments in between the cross or the crooks, that's what we're dealing with. You know what I mean? I want to make sure you see it, though, for yourself. You know what I mean? Because I get in a lot of, debates with people sometimes of me trying to just say, oh, and you know what? Yo, God, I've been called a heathen. You know what I mean? A heretic, a savage, and a lot of other terms because I deal with the solstice rather than deal with Santa Claus. You heard me? Like people have gotten at me over a long time period for me standing on the cross. You heard me? Crazy, right? They want me nailed to it because I'm not dealing with Santa Claus or subscribing to the person they call Christ being born on the day that the sun so happens that we can factually prove rises on this day. You know what I mean? And I don't want to put it out there like that because I happen to be born on Easter. Yeah, you heard what I said, right? I was born on Easter. You know what I'm talking about? The day they say he rose from the grave, right? So somebody physically dies on the solstice time frame, or was born, he was born on this time frame, but this so happens to be he dies on the same time frame of an equinox, right? Dealing with the sun, huh? Easter. Easter is dealing with the equinox. You know what I mean? Rabbits and bunnies, Easter eggs and shit. You know what I'm talking about? I was born on Easter. Just like my pops was born on Thanksgiving. I give thanks. We holiday niggas. They'll be mad at me though. I can't front. It just happened how it happened, you heard? But at the same time, and he being the Sag and I'm being the Aries, in the time frame we're born around equinoxes and solstices. You know what I'm saying? So I could be the pivotal point of understanding the cross of the 4 points to understand that that is correlated to the sun in some kind of way, dealing with a calendar and seasons. Even though I just said 6 times 4 is 24. You think about your watch. You know what I mean? 24 hours in a day, they only show you 12, right? On the watch, but you know it's 24 hours in a day. Just like you should understand that it's 365 days in a year. And if I had to take one day out just to make it easy on math, there's going to be 91 points, meaning days in a season in between each point of the 4 points of a cross or crooks, equinoxes, and solstices. You heard me? But again, I'm just giving a shout out to the winter solstice. You make sure you understand what we're dealing with in the mix. Huh? And reading what part? With the last part? The last paragraph? All right, so boom. In the last paragraph, hopefully your cataracts is better than mine. You can read it for yourself. But at the bottom, it says since prehistory. I wonder when they say pre, what that means, right? Because history, how far are we going back? The winter solstice has been a significant time of the year in many cultures and has been marked by festivals and rituals. It marked the symbolic death and rebirth of the sun. It didn't say Jesus, did it? Did it say Jesus? I see some astronomical being said around this time of the year. You know what I mean? If you got a tree up in your house, you know what I'm talking about? Understand you decorating it, but it might not be connected to what they told you was about, or the manger and the baby and all that good stuff. Unless you're looking at the baby of the sun, because the sun, you know, is like a youth every year, right? You know what I'm talking about? And by the time it falls again, it's adult. You know what I'm talking about? That's a whole nother parable I ain't gonna go into. This last paragraph, as it says, I'm glad you pointed out, got it, Green. Appreciate you on that. You heard me? Because that was a good point to see. It says the gradual waning of daylight hours is reversed and begins to grow again. Some ancient monuments, such as New Grange, Stonehenge, Cahokia. You see how I say Cahokia? Click on Cahokia real quick. Shit. Click on Cahokia real quick. Oh, okay. Series of large timber circles located roughly 850 meters to the west of the Monk's Mound at the Mississippi Culture. Cahokia archaeological site near Collinsville, Illinois, United States. They are thought to have been constructed between, keep it moving, 900. You think they're saying BC or AD? Interesting enough. I mean, however, AD. Okay, so mounds are being built past the time frame of what you would call Christ. It's still ancient. 900 AD to 1100 AD. Okay, so that's again after Christ. But either way, these people, Christ era. See, I like to say Christ era in what they call doctrines of Christ era. You know what I mean? It's like telling a time frame type of thing when you get it like that. Don't get spooky with it. You're talking about if you subscribe to beliefs or not. Understand that in the time frame is two different eras. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, in this era of what they call Christ, you know what I mean? And the things that are taking place historically, not religiously, you know what I'm saying? There's obviously civilizations and people building things around the world, and they're building things around the solstice, right? Based off a calendar, right? Maybe some people want to debate about which calendar is the oldest, right? However, it's going to be based off the sun and the moon and the constellations. Some of your zodiac signs might be also connected to when you go into it, all right? That's for those who dig into that. You know what I mean? Here or there. Oh, ancient Roman. Let me, I got to get on the Romans real quick. And we're going to go into the mix. We'll play a couple songs, and we're going to come right back. It's the Winter Solstice Mix. It's the edition. You know what I mean? We live. Music Media Lounge. Ancient Roman. In the ancient Roman calendar, December 25th was the date of the Winter Solstice. You see, he didn't say the birth of Christ. You see that? Make sure y'all hear it, read it for yourself. It says in AD 274, the emperor, give his name, Aurelian, Aurelian, if you pronounce it differently from me, made this the date of the festival of Dies. You see that word Dies? That's why I want to go here, because there's a lot to break down in between the winter solstice. Because it so happens to be a term that's used in 14. Excuse me, I'm lying. It ain't the 14th century. It's 15th century, right? But what is it? 1510 God, Nombre de Dios, right? We can say the earliest time. We can say the word. All right, so Dios. You see Dies? I want you to see there's a connection to that. Yeah, Dies, God. Dies, D-I-E-S. You see it, right? Make sure everybody sees it, huh? Now it says Natalis. Ooh. And you see the soulless, soul. Could be the soul people. That's dealing with the sun. You know what I'm saying? And then after that, it's going to say Invictus. Ooh, Invictus. The birthday of Soul Invictus. Hit that Soul Invictus joint. Hit the Greek joint. Soul, where it say Soul Invictus. It was the official sun god of the late Roman Empire and later version of the god Sol. The Emperor Aurelian revived his cult in AD 274 AD. You know what I mean? As you see. And it says the promoted Sol Invictus as the chief god of the empire. The main festival dedicated to him was Dies Natalis Solis Invictus on the 25th. You hear me? Now that's dealing with the Romans. I see some people like to mix up what some people be doing with Saturnalia and stuff, right? You know what I mean? But what the Roman anciently were doing, because they were dealing with the calendar and they were following the sun god principle. Funny enough, right? Kind of like they were taking over our Coptic Egyptian situation, huh? Right? Being that they took over that situation, the Romans, they inherited the Greeks, and then the Greeks inherited the Persians, and the Persians inherited Babylon. And they're dealing with a calendar. But however, we're gonna move on. Matter of fact, God, let's get Blaze play a couple songs. We'll be right back before we come back into the next link. It's the Winter Solstice mix. Blaze, tap in with us.
DJ Super Blaze is in the mix.
I'm from a time and place where there's no time or space, far beyond the heavens, way beyond the realms of outer space, where birds cannot fly and planes cannot go, the blissful land of Dharmasetra, the infinite abode of the soul. I'm from a galaxy far, far away, but I'm going home. Wish I could stay. See you later, Earth. I'm from a galaxy far, far away, but I'm going home. Wish I could stay. See you later, Earth. Samadhi, Samadhi, Satnam, Samadhi, 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 Satnam, Samadhi, 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 Satnam, Samadhi, 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 Satnam, Samadhi, stay free. Transcending this world of limited sight, reuniting my masculine and feminine sides. As I follow my breath, my energies rise until I reach that sight of infinite.
Peace. Shout out to the fam. What up?
Jushta Chaitanya.
Samadhi and the Solstice. You know what it is, man. Let's get it.
Infinite light. I'm from a galaxy far, far away, but I'm going home. Wish I could stay. See you later, Earth. I'm from a galaxy far, far away, but I'm going home. Wish I could stay. See you later, Earth. Samadhi, Samadhi, Satnam, Samadhi, 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 Satnam, Samadhi, 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 Satnam, Samadhi, 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 Satnam, Samadhi, stay free.
Stay free, stay free, stay free. Can I say stay free?
Yeah.
That's the mission statement.
Long way from that west side.
That's the mission
No way.
overall. Stay free.
Just wanna make love.
Shout to the American Maroons. You know what it is, man.
Just wanna make peace. I just wanna stay free, yeah. Yeah. I just wanna make love. I just wanna make peace. I just wanna stay free. Yeah.
Gotta stay free. Shout to the fam, shout to Mike. Shout to Green, you know what it is, man. BSB.
No way.
Super Blaze.
I just wanna make love.
Shout to Baron P, wherever you at, brother.
I just wanna make peace. Bang, bang, bang. I just wanna stay free, yeah. I just wanna make love. I just wanna make peace. I just wanna stay free.
Shout to the Prince. What up, bro?
Stay free, yeah.
What up, man?
I just wanna
what up, brother?
love. I just wanna make peace. I just wanna stay.
Shout to the 9 Ether, brother.
I just wanna stay free, yeah.
Stay free, 9. Stay free.
Just wanna stay free.
Let's get it.
Yeah. I come from a city where it's really hard. I'm really from them projects. When I got, I really seen them dead bodies off in the alley. Real talk, no capping. It really happened. 11 months old when they murdered my daddy. Mama sold crack. I ain't even bragging. Whole life been drama.
That's hard life right there.
Pain. Childhood trauma. Whole life been a puzzle. Sometimes I struggle. All the time I hustle. Got that from my mama's side. Gunshots in my bedroom. Still got me traumatized. Yeah. So happy I'm alive. I'm an angel in disguise. I'm divine. Yeah. I done lost a lot of things, but never lost my mind, never lost my shine. Stay free.
Stay free. Stay free. Stay free.
Stay free.
Ready to go, Mac?
Stay free. Stay free. Stay free. I just wanna make. I just wanna stay. I just wanna make. I just wanna stay. I just wanna make love. I just wanna make peace. I just wanna stay free. Yeah. I just wanna make love. I just wanna make peace. I just wanna stay free. Yeah.
Stay free, my Niji. Let's go. Man, we in here tonight, man. BSB. That time I was party.
Enemy of my tribe, of mine, so what's happening? Government and all y'all cross the line, so what's happening? My ancestors wouldn't like it.
Let's get it in, man.
So
man, talk to him, man. What up?
GMO, y'all lying. I do this for my Niji. Oh yeah, my Niji. I do this for my Niji. I do this for my Niji. Should've left me where I was, cause I ain't never scared. Took that ice off my neck for this arrowhead. My nation, my Niji, someone thorough said. Real Americans, still pure blood, we thoroughbred.
Listen.
I'm like, let my people go and just take me instead.
What?
When it's red or blue pill, I'm only choosing red. I'ma always choose my people, you can keep that bread.
Keep it.
Our government owe $1 trillion, you can keep that bread. If it's one thing Jim Crow is showing me, I don't want no white folks ruling over me.
Tell 'em.
I don't want no politicians ruling over me. I don't want no po-po ruling over me.
Listen.
Only somebody just like me gon' treat me like me. I'm Iron Cherokee, the chief and Dr. GLE. I'm still a G like DST. Might not be as G as me. You think you free, but you need remedy to be as free as me. I'm from the hood, I'm still waking up my people. They got us good, they still hating on my people. When it comes to fashion, the whole world wanna be like us. When it comes to music, the whole world wanna be like us. When it comes to dancing, the whole world wanna be like us. Foreigners are doing everything, trying to weaken us. Sports, y'all can't fuck with us. Rhythm, know we killing y'all. Anything involve a ball. Mentally, we figured out the cosmos. After all inventing shit, we smashing y'all. It's time to take through asking y'all. Rights by blood after all. Vatican and the Smithsonian got all our shit. Artifacts and relics still keeping us away from it. When they say it was a long time ago, that's racist shit. Y'all holy land keep stolen shit. We don't need y'all holding it. Reverse engineering our technology, controlling it. Gave it everything you got, but you can't put no soul in it. I ain't go see the new Matrix cause I'm living it. Everything is not what it seems, but I'm killing it. Can you afford to pay attention who you living with? Now they trying to mandatory vax, but is you getting it? Fall back off my Niji, I'm peeping y'all tactics. This ain't no earth war, this here is galactics. Goddesses and gods warming up like practice. We gon' put arrows on your chest like patches. Mongoloids can't style like us, them fake natives ain't wild like us. They ain't got a soul, destiny as a child like us. Nobody power like us, nobody peace pipe like us. Boxing, y'all can't fight like us, nobody lost they right like us. Wake 'em up, I'm in the way. Say too much, I'm in the way. They tryna kill us anyway, so listen what I'm finna say. Everybody, our kids, we raised y'all anyway.
Yeah, hold on.
Everybody ain't.
Yeah, you're right though. Dre, Threads is a beast. Straight up. Hey, Trey Ali, Threads, Black Jagger. Y'all boys got some heat this year, I heard this year. I mean, she ain't gonna front. Trey Ali and Threads, they've been doing their thing for a minute though. We can't forget our boy who we gonna play tonight too. We gonna play Aboriginal, you know what I'm saying? He got some hot shit too. I don't want to. We gonna play his joint too. You know what I mean? He a beast. Yeah, we got a lot of, you know what I mean? Who a beast too? Oh, Dre, you a beast too? Okay, tap in with us then. You got music like this, we gonna holler at you too. We in the mix. You live with us. Blaze.
Stack that bitch up, Mike.
Yeah, truth can't be told, it gotta be realized. The truth can't be told, it gotta be realized.
Gotta be realized.
Free, it ain't legalized. Truth can't be told, it gotta be realized.
Man, let's get it back to the mix. Let's go.
Realized. Freedom ain't free.
Send that music, bro. We need that up here.
It ain't legalized. Realize. Freedom ain't free, it ain't legalized. Real eyes, realize. Freedom ain't free, it ain't legalized. Real eyes, realize.
Listen.
Yeah. Slavery was a long time ago. How? Same motherfuckers still here right now. Colonized on our own land, they ahead of us. Changed our name so much, they scared of us. Children of the sun, y'all don't compare to us. Pale-faced people, this ain't y'all area. Talking about America, pale-faced people, this ain't y'all area. Even if the playing field, bitch, I'm darn. How you a victim, bitch, you a Karen. Cognitive dissonance, you don't need sperm. You got white privilege, so you don't need sperm. Looking at my homeland, man, I can't believe her. Colonized came here, they ain't never leave her. Indians ain't die off cause we here. You ain't gotta lie, just say you won't be here. How you American but not indigenous? 400 years still ain't get rid of us. All the Europeans, naturalized citizens. Made all the Indians, niggas on the census. 1492, we was on the fences. Civil rights movement, we was so defensive. Black
Drop a link in the chat. Real quick, please.
Gave us amendments. Think I don't speak truth, that's alright. First slave 1619 was all white. 12
That's around. I might play that tonight.
White Europe named after a black woman. Grafted, it come from us. Do your research. Go within, quit listening to teacher. And the Nuki got boys coming out the speaker. Cut our trees down and made us weaker. Really they foreigner, the shit gets deeper. Whites don't know where whites come from either. I'm Aborigine, we come from the ether. Ruling over us in our land, that's evil. Being colonized right now, black people. Prisoner of war, that's why it ain't equal. Wake up everybody, don't be no sheeple. Freedom ain't free, really freedom is illegal. And we can't get mad at this. Whites act like we can't see their advantages. Privilege.
Got one more.
They working in management, low down.
You ready to go?
They calling us savage.
One more.
Want you to think they above us. All white people are part-time judges. I ain't no racist, but I ain't no sucker. I ain't no African, but they my brothers. Been lied to, I got built up anger. We built everything, still waiting on the savior. Don't call yourself black, please do me that favor. Black tourmaline will protect you from a hater. Listening to your oppressors is dangerous. Gave us a Bible and stole our nation. Said we couldn't read what we didn't know the language. Kept us on paper because we didn't see the danger. American Indian, keep the religion. Skin copper color look just like a penny. Wanted our land and you call us stingy. Ain't no Democrats there to gotta pay attention. Pay attention. See how we gonna do this. Shit ain't what it seems. Look. This ain't what it seems. 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 Merrily, life is but a dream. Merrily, life is but a dream. This ain't what it seems. This ain't what it seems. Life ain't what it seems. Life ain't what it seems. Merrily, life is but a dream. Merrily, life is but a dream. That man. Spell is broken, y'all.
It's broken.
Think that. See how we gonna do this. Spell. Shit ain't what it seems. Look.
Let's get it. Come on.
This ain't what it seems. 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 Merrily, life is but a dream. Merrily, life is but a dream. This ain't what it seems. This ain't what it seems. Life ain't what it seems. Life ain't what it seems. Merrily, life is but a dream. Merrily, life is but a dream. The spell is broken. Finally we can see. The spell is broken. We free. The spell is broken. Finally we can see. The spell is broken. We free. The spell is broken. Finally we can see. The spell is broken. We free. The spell is broken. Finally we can see. The spell is broken. We free. DJ Khaled voice, we the best. Can't dwell on it cause we manifest. I got tough skin, bulletproof vest. You say you for the people, put you to the test cause the spell is broken. People looking sad.
Yo, send that over when you get a chance.
Only time I'm not here is playing tag. Win.
Same email.
For both they big mad.
Right in my computer.
To a straight zigzag, get your lick back. Say you did that, I once gave a fuck, I had to get it back. Can't get it back, you gotta live with that. Your government is crack, get out of here with that. Now we know who we are. They mad, they know we a star. They lied, they owe us a car. Really, they owe us the land. Recoupment, they owe us some bands. When they help, you owe us a hand. You silly, I know who I am. I'm an Indian, I don't give a damn. Why take problems with none of the perks? The system ain't broke, we don't know how it works. The ops ain't gonna tell you the ops is some jerks. The ops really obstacles, we was here first. I'm spitting the scripture, they call it a verse. We fit the description, they call it a curse. It's fucked up. We was really fucked like both ankles. When they try to help, I'm like, no thank you. Trust them and they gon' flank you. They ain't conquer nothing, but they did snake you. Don't sleep near me, cause I will wake you. I'm really woke like pills make you. You show me love and I feel grateful. I'm not a hater, I don't feel hateful. I'm a say something, hope it reach the nation. Less appropriation, more appreciation. God created us, y'all a recreation. When you say Caucasian, all I hear is Asian. I'm a truth teller, I'm not an agent. Truth teller, I'm not an agent. I'm not foul, but the fouls is flagrant. When life's a world stage, right is right, wrong is wrong. We know that we can police our own. This shit ain't what it seems, life is but a dream. Who's ever doing the asking is asking. Then we know who we are. They mad, they know we a star. They lied, they owe us a car. Really, they owe us the land. Recruitment, they owe us some bands. Wanna help, you owe us a hand. You silly, I know who I am. I'm an Indian, I don't give a damn. This ain't what it seems, this ain't what it seems, this ain't what it seems, this ain't what it seems. Merely, life is but a dream. Merely, life is but a dream.
We gon' die every day. They said Jesus gon' save us. Well, I know we die if we wait. I know we die if he can't. They tell us we black, but we ain't. Aboriginal, native, yeah, we gon' die every day. Cause we don't know where we came.
Pull up. Play the open. Let's get to it.
Happy and be watching OPBI. And I want to welcome everyone back to Uncovering Your Roots, Genealogy 101 with the Autonomous Party. So the video that we just watched, or that played previous to me coming on, I just wanted to say a couple things. That's pretty much an introduction about the free people of color. There's a whole series that they do, so you can go check that out on YouTube. Everything I wanted to say is, obviously I don't agree with everything that the people in the video were saying, but there were some things I did agree on. So again, just wanted to kind of give you guys an introduction on the free people of color. And what I wanted to do today actually is go into the freeafricanamericans.com website introduction. And I did this video probably about 2 or 3 years ago on my own channel. And I felt that it was time to drop this video on the Autonomous Party YouTube channel. So we're going to read through this, and I just wanted to say, first of all, a couple other things. So the information that we're going to cover, it's not my information. The person or people who wrote this is going to be Paul Henning. And let me get to the landing page for this. Just give me 1 second here. Let's see here. Okay, here we go. So a lot of this information obviously was done by Paul Hennig and historian Ira Berlin. So a lot of the digging up of sources and all the different things that they came across, it's their information that they found. Obviously, they're going to put it in, their understanding. And I just want to say, if any of the surnames that you see are your own people, I would never generalize people and say that, this covers every single person. Obviously, everyone's story is different. You have to get into your own genealogy, which is, what I've been preaching from the beginning, and find your own story. Find out where
Find your
your
own
people
story.
came from, who they.
You find where your people came from. Know your genealogy. Know what's on your tree. I know everybody looking for presents in the tree tomorrow, but if you're doing this history and heritage dig, you digging up some type of tree, you can't be ashamed of whatever you might find on it. You know what I'm talking about? It might be decorated with a whole bunch of gifts that you might be downplaying because of certain narratives and indoctrinations that been proposed in front of us here. Now I know I just gave a shout out to the solstice and the equinox tied to the sun. But there was many calendars in the ancient time frame before we got so mono with calendars more tied to the sun side of our society's time frame of thinking of the earth and action, etc. So some people even depicted as witches and certain things. What I mean, because of this, and it happened to be tied to I would say the matriarch or matrilineal, both sides of that, because obviously you have to have a matrilineal to even have a matriarch, right? But God, pull up the 13 joint, and as you follow this calendar, bless you, God, Blaze. As you follow this calendar, you know what I'm saying? I want to show something that was interesting, being that I can't be biased because we don't do that on our Thomas party. What I mean, on our podcast, make sure we don't do that. So everything that we come across, I'm gonna give you perspective and balance. You know what I'm saying? You can't argue and debate somebody without knowing both sides. You know what I'm saying? So you got to know the darkness and the light. So you got to know the sun calendar and the moon calendar. You see what I'm saying? So I want to make sure I tell you, even though I know it's a solstice celebration going on, this thing's always on the other side. They say the dark side, like the dark side of the moon. You know what I mean? And move up a little bit, God, because mathematics don't lie. Move up a little bit for me. Yeah, stop right there, right there, right there, right there. Can you make it bigger? Can we get a little bit bigger for the folks out there just like me? Cataracts and situations. See, I'm looking back at it like this. You might have to type right that bit, huh? I have to type right that bit. There we go. Yeah. Synchronicity. You know what I'm saying? And the sun and the equinoxes are synchronized too on a sun standpoint. But I can't front. You know what I mean? Dealing with just had to throw this in here. The 13 moon, 28 calendar is a new standard of time for all people everywhere who desire genuinely new world or desire a new world, excuse me. If the calendar and time we follow is irregular, artificial, and mechanized, so becomes our mind. As in our mind, so our world becomes as our world today, irregular, artificial, mechanized. But if the calendar we follow is harmonic and in tune with the natural cycles, so also will our mind become. And so we may return to a way of life more spiritual and in harmony with nature. Ain't that some shit? This is the 13 moon calendar that synchronizes solar galactic cycles on July 26th, correlating with the star Sirius. Shout out to the Sirius star constellation. You know what I'm saying? And as each of the 13 moons has a power, action, and quality which define annual program of synchronize our conscious with galactic cycles. And as a perfect measure of cosmic time, this calendar is actually a synchrometer, an instrument for measuring synchronicity. Followed daily, it gives us a new lens in which to perceive events in new time. Synchronicity is the norm. Slide down, slide down, slide down. Let me get some more. We're gonna moonwalk. We're gonna moonwalk on this one though. Michael Jackson, you know what I mean? With the silver glove, moonwalking. Is it in the 13 moon, 28-day synchronicity? You know what I mean? A harmonic time-space matrix. It takes the moon 28 days to orbit the Earth. It makes this orbit 13 times each year. The standard of measure is the 28-day cycle called a moon because it is the median between a 29.5-day synodic cycle of the moon, new moon, or new moon to new moon. And in the 27.1-day sidereal cycle of the moon, hence, it is the measure of Earth's solar orbit using the 28-day lunar standard. This creates a perfect orbital measure of 13 moons of 28 days, totaling 364 days, or 52 perfect weeks of 7 days each, because 365 days is no day of the moon or week at all, is as the day at a time, a day to celebrate peace through culture. Time is art. Because art is time and time is art. You heard me? I want to make sure you heard that right up. You know what I'm talking about? So use your time wisely. Hey, time is art. So when you decorate that tree, when the sun in the darkness is being born, light it up right. You heard me? Be expressive. Yeah, that part. 13 moon calendar is a evolutionary tool to assist humanity, an unprecedented act of uniting itself. No one issue central to its complete well-being and time. I mean, it's harmonic. 1320. You heard me? Yeah. Put that together though. I'm gonna do the math for you though. In a 4, then a 7, then a 13, then a 28, then a 52, then a 91. You know what I'm saying? What's that times two? Oh, that's gonna be 182, right? And then from 182, we're gonna get to 364. You know what I'm saying? Now we're gonna do some mathematics. 7 times 52, it's gonna be 364. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. 13 times 28, 364. 91 times 4, 364. Yeah, I can. I'm synchronized. I think I'm pretty synchronized. My math don't lie. Math don't lie, right? People do. Women, and men might do. But they say numbers don't lie. But that sun might do, huh? Because you don't know what happened between the crosses. You know what I'm saying? Is it synchronized between the crosses of your solstice and your equinoxes, based off of who might manipulate what's going on? I don't know. Well, yeah, we're gonna let you correlate that yourself and synchronize yourself in this day and time. Let's move on to the next joint, though. I couldn't be biased, so I gotta keep it dark and light, like the scales are made, Maya and shit like that. I was gonna say something else when I said that. I was thinking about something else. It could be the tequila, margaritas, and reefer in the mix. I want to make sure I give you this. Over this year, there's a couple things that have to be highlighted. Shout out to Lee Cummins. I gotta give shout out to Lee Cummins because he made a search. We went into our own search. Like when you research before you and even after you have certain guests on your platform. What we do over here, the Thomas Party and Mix Show podcast, we've been doing. You know what I'm saying? And we've had a lot of different guests, but Lee Cummins has definitely been influential over the time he's been with us. Shout out to him on his mix right here. And I went to Solstice. Slide down, God. This is from the Scots language, you know what I mean? And just some people that might be like only caught up in certain paradigm. There was something interesting that we had to go look at that would show evolution of the people that might be tied to a paradigm, but you're not looking at their evolution because you're still caught in your religious paradigm, or however the case might be. Morin, Morien, and Moryen, or Moriane. You know what I'm saying? Variations. And they're gonna say Moorish, and they're also gonna say adjective describing a race. I don't heard too many people say that this term is tied to a race of people. But I mean, being that we're gonna be able to show you something in the new year, tied to a group of people that the Negro is gonna go back to, being that it ain't tied to a religion, it's tied to a race. By this point in the Scottish dictionary, also described to what we call swarthy and dark individuals that might be going by different Scottish terms that we know came from out of that time frame of King James the Sixth, Jacobite terms, and shout out to the Lee Cummins again, the Negro Question Series. Dark, swarthy, more, black or more, Negro. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. Let you know that. I mean, I want to just show that because that was something that I want to make sure we put on. Swarthy. You know what I mean? I don't know if anybody gonna tell me that any thought in culture that the word swarthy and Negro would be synonymous, and somehow or another they were talking about historically any group of people coming into this place, immigrating, exiled, however, etc., being labeled swarthy or Negro based off of a status at that time frame, based off of this dictionary breakdown and the history we've been able to break down with the term El Negro in its first origins. Interesting enough. Oh, they didn't put dub in there though. Shout out to my dubs out there. You know what I'm talking about, God? There's other terms I could put out there too now, dealing with the term swarthy. But this is the terms they got here though. I'm gonna put a dub on it though. But then we're gonna slide on to the next joint. I just want to make sure I gave this is my shout outs on it with the Solstice mix. You heard me? We're gonna go back to the joints in a minute. Blaze, Solstice to you. You know what I'm talking about? Hey, listen, there's a lot of things we've read this year, and sometimes you gotta have fun. You know what I'm talking about? Can you enjoy what you do? We do this obviously for the love of our people. So eating these sources and no guests, whatever, mix show is what we've been doing from the beginning, outset. Be standing on what we've been achieving. I'm gonna lie, we achieving things over here. Shout out to the party, and I'm using these sources for a reason. The mix, they call it urban. You know what I'm talking about? Like, but we gonna keep it where you can relate to it. Hopefully, you know what I mean? Comprehend. This term brill, you know what that is, right? Like we say the blind, you know, elevators and shit. But however, this brill source, right? Chapter 13, right? I was just talking about 13 moons, right? You feel me, guy? I was just talking about the 13 moons, right? But in the chapter 13, Jacobites, Masons, Jews, citizens of earth or of heaven, 1747 to 1749. It was an interesting source. I thought I'd throw it out there because last week I was supposed to throw some out there, and in the context of it, all of it wouldn't have came across, but I thought I'd land with, just throwing this in there because it's tied to the same Scottish Jacobite people, being that King James VI is out of Scotland. Remember, he's the sixth out of Scotland. You know what I'm talking about? Lineage wise. But when we get to this though. So when the origins of groups of people that have a lineage tied to a certain I guess secret society or Kabbalistic or occultic terms like masonry. You know what I'm talking about? The Jacobites are definitely tied to it. You good? Slide up real quick though. I'm gonna go back up to this joint. Wait. Matter of fact, stay right there. You see that last paragraph, y'all? Shout out to Back for His Mind. We've been covering, and tomorrow is the solstice, right? As far as like going through the whole process of it, and the sun coming back up. Hopefully, Bill Gates don't block it or something. But at the same time, in the paragraph it say, arriving in the Amsterdam in early August 1747, Swedenborg contacted the Moravians in the Juden mission, and he later remembered his meeting with those Christians in Amsterdam who betake themselves into Judaism, either openly or secretly within themselves. He was sometimes accompanied by priests, but maintained contacts with Moravians and the Jews interested in Kabbalah. I'm into Kabbalah. Because Kabbalah is like dealing with traditions. We understand the understanding of Kabbalah. Some people might say Christianity. Shout out to my Muslims out there that might say Sufism. Either way, Swedenborg must have brought news to the ambassador about the failed immigration project of 1745 and 1747. And for when the Hats reopened the Jewish question in August 1749, they used Prius as their mediator. You know what I'm saying? And I want to go back up though. God, pull up. I could do that to both God Agree and Blaze in the mix. Pull up. Go back into the top. Go back to the top. Pull up. Yeah, at the top. Now at the top, and I'm gonna move on to the next joint, but they're gonna say, in the wake of the Springer's arrest, Blackwell's execution, the tense relations between Sweden and Britain went from bad to worse. On the 21st of July, Guy Dickens reported that Tesson ordered the recall of Caspar Ringrick. That's an interesting name. And from the London embassy because he would not fully obey the secret committee and chancery. The French claimed that he was too old and neglected in trading interests of Sweden. The Hats, I'll probably say the Hats. This is the Hats wanted to replace him with Edward, C-V-W, Edward, just let y'all know, V and W. This is Carson. Yeah, I said it right, Carson. And then it says former envoy to Turkey, to put the Guy Dickens and all that good shit right there. Slide that a little bit though. Let you know all the people that is involved with these Moravians earlier in the game. in this time frame. I'm talking about Judaism, Moravians. I gotta just show this because it's one of the things that I think Steve slept on in our just like since we've done this podcast mix show. The Moravians is very important to understanding what's happening, dealing with certain missionary work, especially amongst indigenous people in the Americas before and after the American Revolution. These are Germans, by the way. Benjamin Franklin in 1751 said they're going to Germanize us. And the people that they talking about missionary wise, I'm going to have to say it's going to be the Moravians. I mean, famously, in my mind of thinking, like if there's other German groups doing missionary work that I can historically find, I would dig them up. But this dude, Zinzendorf, is the person tied to this Moravian group that did missionary work amongst not only in here, but in West Africa. And I'm talking about they Germanized a lot of places. I guess still in the name of Christ. Give me the next source though. You're gonna slide. Being that they say his birthday tomorrow. The name of tomorrow's person's birthday. You know what I mean? When the sun also happened to be rising. What a coincidence. However, I need some more ice for this one. We live though. 954 Lauderdale, what it is. Live. Yeah, I'm in the law right now, you heard me? 954, what to do? City boy slide. Ooh, hey, Blake. I just got a mind. Some people might say I'm wearing my ugly sweater. I felt the move. Now, them Jacobites, right? In Gaelic in Scotland will also be called, just to give you a little hint, wink type shit. You heard me? Tied to the masonry, tied to the, I'm talking about origin of these things. It's also going to be tied to, the term Mormare. You know what I mean? Mormare, see, like the term that we talked about last week, dealing with from Babylon to Americas and the term Mar, how it literally is tied to Babylon, right? But it says Mormare and also the word Earl, respectively the Gaelic and the Scots words used for the position, also preferred in Latin, Combs, which originally meant companion, funny enough. That the words Mormare that come were equivalent and can be seen in the case of Rodari Earl Mar. See that word Mar? Yeah, I was showing y'all last week when we were talking about the term Mar. If you watched that joint, you heard me? And how the origin of this shit tied to this term right here in Gaelic, Mormare, and traveling of certain people, tied to this X-large situation. I want to remind you just in a minute, and we'll get right back to the mix. I just want to make sure I land on these planes on the mix, though. You heard me? And if anybody wants to kind of like, have a discussion about it. Now, if you put money, that's a debate, but with a discussion about it, we can do it. You know how that works. And the Scots replaced the Gaelic. See, matter of fact, I'm skipping. It says the word Earl was increasingly used in place of Mormare as Scots replaced Gaelic as the dominant vernacular language between the late 12th and the 13th centuries. How far that is, God? You feel me? That ain't new. That's 1400s in Scotland, Brittany, America. Feel me? Now, at the same time, it says the gradual change in language use from Gaelic to Scots did not mean that the Earl was a new title. However, it was unrelated to changes in the role of the combs that took place over the same time period. Now, this term Mar and Mormare are related in historical relation to a certain lineage of people, but in this culture of people tied to Scotland, Celtics, and Gaelic languages, etc. You know what I mean? They're using it in their nobility system, which is still tied to a lineage. But they're fighting over religions, even within that whole thing. Denominations. That's how we get the denominations over here. You know what I'm talking about? Because of their denomination breakup over there. Back actually in origin, but still Mormare and how people today like to say, I think a lot of Moors or Moorish Americans of the MSTA might not break down their European part of origins of where the term comes from. Also, outside of the Muslim, religious narrative of them following. So I want to make sure I put it out there like that, and knowing that we got a lot of Scottish, ancestry tied to people coming over here and what language they was speaking and titles like the Lord proprietors, Lord and Mar being connected. You see me got more mayors, you know what I mean? 13 colonies, King James, Scotland, more mayor. You know what I mean, got? I mean, it's not a coincidence. We keep it moving though. Look out for that word. Do some research. I want to put that out there. I'll highlight that in the end of this solstice, you know what I mean, this year. That's one of the things I want to highlight, you know what I mean? I don't think people caught it. Slide. We're going to go back to the mix. Be right back. Tap in. It's on you. What's next? Come on. Tap in.
Who they think they better than? Ain't no comparison to the so-called black or African American. You can drop the African, keep the American. When we say Aborigine, it make they world in. I'm going in the same dirt my ancestors buried in. I come from a god and a goddess, so what that make me? Not even Basquiat can trace me. Not even Van Gogh can paint me. The MC in me is the God MC, equals the God in me. I'm focused in, let my mind be free. You too blind to see. The Jews I give Israel, it's been real. These ain't shots, they missiles. All you gonna hear is the whistle. Lyrically, this an execution. My verses start revolutions from my people seeking restitution. Since the beginning, fuck evolution. Or maybe my reality is all a dream.
Yes. I like this one. As y'all can see, we did this live right here on the autonomousparty.com. Thriller Campaign, Super Blaze. Mac Ether, got a green. Shout to the chat. This right here is Dre Cobbs. This is our new addition. Yes, I said it, our new addition to our music files right here at Thriller Campaign, the Autonomous Party. Let's get it.
Who they think they better than? Ain't no comparison to the so-called black or African American. You can drop the African, keep the American. When we say Aborigine, it make they world in. I'm going in the same dirt my ancestors buried in. I come from a god and a goddess, so what that make me? Not even Basquiat can trace me. Not even Van Gogh can paint me. The MC in me is the god. Fire!
Shout to the chat. Yo, Miss Cherry. Let me know what y'all think real quick. We've been doing this for a minute. We play music like this all the time, so if I put it up, you gotta know it's fire. Let's go.
Who they think they better than? Ain't no comparison to the so-called black or African American. You can drop the African, keep the American. When we say Aborigine,
yo, now we got another one.
I'm going in the same dirt my ancestors buried in. I come from a god and a goddess, so what that make me? Not even Basquiat can trace me. Not even Van Gogh can paint me. The MC in me is the God MC, equals the God in me. I'm focused in, let my mind be free. You too blind to see. The Jews I give Israel, it's been real. These ain't shots, they missiles. All you gonna hear is the whistle. Lyrically, this an execution. My verses start revolutions from my people seeking restitution. Since the beginning, fuck evolution. Or maybe my reality is all a dream. I put it together like I was sowing seeds. So it seems this is that audio dopamine. Go against the machine. We put you where nobody can hear you scream. And sing you to meet your Elohim. My nigga, this is savage mode. It's something that you can't go. It started with a spark and I'ma let it explode. I was given the cheat codes that'll let me dump and reload. And go through them waves like a fucking torpedo. You dealt the cards. Fire!
J Cobb's music. You know what it is, man. On the block. You on the block, bro. The Autonomous Party. Super Blaze. Thriller Campaign. You know what it is. Let's get it.
Who
Who they think they better than? Ain't no comparison to the so-called black or African American. You can drop the African, keep the American. When we say Aborigine and make they world in.
Yo, Rob, we got another one.
Ancestors buried in. I come from a god and a goddess, so what that make me? Not even Basquiat can trace me. Not even Van Gogh can paint me. The MC in me is the God MC. Equals the God in me. I'm focused in, let my mind be free. You too blind to see. The Jews I give is real. It's been real. These ain't shots, they missiles. All you gonna hear is the whistle. Lyrically, this is execution. My verses start revolutions. For my people seeking restitution. Since the beginning, fuck evolution. Or maybe my reality is all a dream. I put it together like I was sowing seeds. So it seems this is that audio dopamine. Go against the machine. We put you where nobody can hear you scream. And sing you to meet your Elohim. My nigga, this is savage. That you came to go. It started with a spark and I'ma let it explode. I was given the cheat codes that'll let me dump and reload and go through them waves like a fucking torpedo. You dealt the cards of life. I just cut them diamonds with the ace of spade. Y'all scatter like roaches when they facing raid, or vampires when they facing blade. I'm trying to get next to Shireen like I'm getting played. You still stuck as a mental slave. You still stuck in that mental cage. While I'm making easy money, pimping hoes in style. This my coming to age. Crowd roaring when I'm coming on stage, and when I'm done, they gon' be cheering my name. Drake Cobbs, and nah, I ain't quit my day job. I spit bars. I really rap on my day off. That's real shit. Just give you some tools you can build with. Aim high, even if you.
One more.
One more. We ain't gonna finish that one. We're just gonna drop another fire one. Let's go. We did this live. This wasn't planned. But it's how we do it. Through the campaign. Drake Cobbs, let's get it.
This shit hit hard like Spence on the speed bag. I blow his legs off, he gon' need a knee tag. You niggas sound worse than Eminem on relapse. And Burna Boy, he's trash. You thought I was gonna let you ease past? Running your mouth while taking our culture. Treat this nigga like brisket and slow roast him. Roll up an Akon pack. I ain't ducking smoke, I just did hell and blow. I'm on demon time and I got a hellish flow. The 40, this shit hit hard like Spence on the speed bag. I blow his legs off, he gon' need a knee tag. You niggas sound worse than Eminem.
Yo, bro, where you from, bro? You sound like you from Chicago. Is that what it is, though? Shout out to the chat. Let me see what it is. Fire. Let me tell you. Drake Cobb's music.
This shit hit hard like Spence on the speed bag. I blow his legs off, he gon' need a knee tag. You niggas sound worse than Eminem on relapse. And Burna Boy, he's trash. You thought I was gonna let you ease past? Running your mouth while taking our culture. Treat this nigga like brisket and slow roast him. Roll up an Akon pack. I ain't ducking smoke, I just did hell and blow. I'm on demon time and I got a hellish flow. The 40 spiritual, I make them see the Holy Ghost. Let's bury these niggas and raise a toast to the Aborigines. That's from time immemorial. A Tanchan is from the soil. Every rhyme is that cook coke, that hard boil. My energy is unattainable. And for you $5 Indians, I might have to flame a few. Run up on the reds, you know we're blazing through. Turn your gang into turtle soup. I aim for the head when I shoot. I take your top off like you do the coop. I took a drink from the fountain of truth. Now these bars is the burden of proof. They say the pen is mightier than the sword. So you gon' have to acknowledge the God. Drake. Fire! This shit hit hard like Spence on the speed bag. I blow his legs off, he gon' need a knee tag. You niggas sound worse than Eminem on relapse. And Burna Boy, he's trash. You thought I was gonna let you ease past?
I'm telling you.
Your mouth while taking our culture. Treat this nigga like brisket and slow roast him. Roll up an Akon pack. I ain't ducking smoke, I just did hell and blow. I'm on demon time and I got a hellish flow. The 40 spiritual, I make them see the Holy Ghost. Let's bury these niggas and raise a toast to the Aborigines. That's from time immemorial. A Tanchan is from the soil. Every rhyme is that cook coke, that hard boil. My energy is unattainable. And for you $5 Indians, I might have to flame a few. Run up on the reds, you know we're blazing through. Turn your gang into turtle soup. I aim for the head when I shoot. I take your top off like you do the coop. I took a drink from the fountain of truth. Now these bars is the burden of proof. They say the pen is mightier than the sword. So you gon' have to acknowledge the God. Drake Cobbs, I take your face off. My style is like cocaine raw. You gon' have to bow down to my Jaguar paw. Or I'm coming like Leatherface with the chainsaw. I ride for my road road dog like a new age outlaw. I do it to death, like Chief Cornstalk. So fuck all your tough talk. You little pigeons can't fly with hawks. Better get you outlined in chalk. Is the supreme being here to electrify your chakra? Any drama, it's mask on like the Phantom of the Opera. I got the hunger, and you niggas looking like pasta. Shrimp over the lobster, and I'm smoking like a roster. Check my posture. It's only one American, the rest of y'all imposters. Cause you don't want Dre to pop up, cause it's like boys in the hood. I'm out the window with the shotty, nigga. When it comes to the mic, I'm like the coroner. All I catch is bodies, niggas. So look away before you come in my lane. Is that what's up?
God damn. Lord knows. I see you though. That's all I gotta say. I see you though. We live in the mixed place. Dre, I see you though. I guess that was the interlude. Goddamn, hold on. Play a little bit back. Just a little bit. Give me a little bit. Out of that. Right. Hold on.
This shit hit hard like Spence on the speed bag. I blow his legs off, he gon' need a knee tag. You niggas sound worse than Eminem on relapse. And Burna Boy, he's trash. You thought I was gonna let you ease past? Running your mouth while taking our culture. Treat this nigga like brisket and slow roast him. Roll up an Akon pack. I ain't ducking smoke, I just did hell and blow. I'm on demon time and I got a hellish flow. The 40 spiritual, I make them see the Holy Ghost. Let's bury these niggas and raise a toast to the Aborigines. That's from time immemorial. A tanchan is from the soil. Every rhyme is that cook coke, that hard boil. My energy is unattainable. And for you $5 Indians, I might have to flame a few. Run up on the reds, you know I'm blazing through. Turn your gang into turtle soup. I aim for the head when I shoot. I take your top off like you do the coop. I took a drink from the fountain of truth. Now these bars is the burden of proof. They say the pen is mightier than the sword. So you gon' have to acknowledge the God. Drake Cobbs, I take your face off. My style is like cocaine raw. You gon' have to bow down to my Jaguar paw. Or I'm coming like Leatherface with the chainsaw. I ride for my road dog like a new age outlaw. I do it to death like Chief Cornstalk. So fuck all your tough talk. You little pigeons can't fly with hawks. Better get you outlined in chalk. Is the supreme being here to electrify your chakra? Any drama is masked on like a
That's what I'm talking about. I like that. That's church. Tabernacle. Give me another bomb. Lord. Yeah. Living that right decision. That one right there. Dre, you want something though? Keep doing what you're doing out there in Chicago. Send us some more joint. You got the link, the email. So when you got some new shit, we give you approval. Right? We in the booth. We good with that? Yeah, you can send us some shit. You hear me? Yeah, you can send us some shit. You know what I mean? In the new year, we're gonna get you on the show just cause. That's how we do it. Any artist, they got some hot shit, we gotta bring you on the show. So just to know, since you got in here like this, I'm putting in the chat. He in the chat still. Shout out to him, Jake. You know what I mean? I'm letting you know we're gonna bring you on the show though. That's how we do it live. And then went to Solstice mix. You heard me? I'm gonna go to something because we're gonna get right back into the mix. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, that part. Cause you got a lot of things coming in the new year though. Don't sleep on us now. If you're sleeping, I'm sorry, my bad. You know what I mean? We've been here for a couple of years now though. We made it through the whole pandemic and it go. And the thing, we was sitting in the crib saying on Sunday, after they shut down the bar, Blaze, we were like, damn, what we gonna do? They shut down the bar. The spot that we make money at, we ain't. All right though, we're here now though. So now we're here. Blaze, through the campaign, year Thomas party. You know what I'm saying? At this point, shout out to Dre though, that hot shit. That's some hot shit you got right there, bro. I keep saying on front and the background, I'm gonna keep it real. I make comparisons. I say the first thing I said was like, this shit sound like some J Electronica shit, but it's not. You know what I mean? It's like it got that. You know what I mean? It got that the beat, the production, and the lyrics, and you know what I'm saying? Like in the flow. You got some shit. You heard me? If I compare you like that, And I ain't saying you sound like him, you know what I mean? But he got on some shit, you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Real talk. That's live. Yeah, though. Give me the link though. Let's get to it. Yeah. I like when we get, it's like the new choir and shit, you hear me? Hip hop became gospel. I guess Kanye made that hot, huh? Just like he recently said, black niggas is Indians. But he forgot last year he said, black niggas is Jews. But either way, being that they both, being that, what Malcolm say, Aborigine, whatever folklore story you might fall into, they gonna fall into it as far as the people that are involved in it. They'll get caught up in the fables. But as I showed on the Mormare, like Mac Mar, you know what I'm saying? I could be like Mac Mar. I'm Mac Ether though. I got the Ballum though. Shout out to my man Dre. He said Jaguar paw. And over here on this side, on the Mayan side, the Muskogee side, the Hittichi, it's a side, you feel me? Oh, it's called Balaam. And they ain't talking about Balaam from the Bible either. But either way, the word Balaam is like, the term for the Jaguar. Feel me? So if I hit you with that one strike, you hear me? It's tied to them Black Panthers. Balaam. I had to throw that in there real quick. Anyways, though, it's just the title of reverence. But that's not what I wanted to get into, see, because it's Christianity and all that. I only want to highlight one thing from that Mormon thing, see. But this right here, gonna show obviously them people later on that's tied to the Jacobites, and certain things. Slide down real quick, all right? You see, it's Sierra Christianity right there, right? I'll make sure I put the connection together of these groups of people that later on in history you might find, and the origin of where it might go back to in Christianity, as they label it, religiously speaking, for those out there. Now, come down a little bit more. Come on a little more. Let me see it. Don't stop right there. Now, I just showed the link earlier after I showed the 13 moon joint, and then after the 13th chapter, that Jacobite, Mason, Jews, etc. And in here, you're going to see it says the variant Maria or Moria is the original form of Mara or Moro, but only used in reference to God in the circle of the Sierra Christianity. This word is used in the Peshitta, Old Testament, to render the Tetragrammaton, although Moro is clearly a derived form of the above Maria and Moro, and ultimately has roots in Common Semitic. There is a fanciful derivation found in early Sierra lexica that the word is an initialism as follows. You know what I mean? You're going to slide down. You see? You see all the joints. You know what I mean? Mark II, Lordship, Rabatu, like Rabbi, Majesty. I would say self-existence. Yeah, I do all of them things. But it's just the Mishnah Hebrews, Messianic Hebrews, funny enough, through this day, this Aramaic word is pronounced Ma. And it's going to let you know, and is used as a formal and way of addressing or referring to a male person. This is underneath, let's say, Judaism. But the thing about it is, I have to keep it honest in a historical sense. This term Mar is being used prior to Judaism being formed. It's tied to a people. I was saying this earlier. I ain't going for it. I was like, this is why I don't understand how people ain't seeing this though. And they say that the are referring to a male person in Jamara and them. You can go click on these links. You got to go just type in MAR. You know what I'm saying? In Aramaic in your Google search. Live with us. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. And you're going to get this. Now, Mr. and Mrs. is out there that's listening to the show live. You know what I mean? We've been highlighting this all year, and I have to come back to it because when we go into the new year, we don't really want to go back and forth with people not understanding this situation based on what we've been doing as a podcast mix show tied to a lineage of people. Because some of them people became Muslims, some people became Christians, some people were Jews, some people even interacting with African culture that we would call outside of you know what I mean, the Abrahamic religions. You know what I'm saying? Some people are in America and they are dealing with indigenous situations and over here that ain't got nothing to do with what they origins might be tied to either. Technically, over a time frame of 1,000 years, shit. think of 1000 AD to 2000 AD. They're not too far off from us, but in 2023. Doc, by the way, 2023. It's our last show for the year. I mean, we're going to be in Doc 24. I might say Christ 24. We might have to enlighten some folk what's going on with the soul this year coming up, the politics and shit involved. But either way, this link though, I want to make sure I bring it back up. Go look it up, check it out, because it's something I need people. Because remember, there ain't no J's back then. Yahudism either with the Y. You can interchange the J with the Y. There is no Yahudism or none of that at the time frame. This is dealing with the people. Highlight Exalart real quick, y'all. Go to the Exalart real quick. Because see, Exalart ain't got nothing to do with religion. Like Martin Luther King said, you were exiled in your old land in 1960 something, right? In America, right? It correlates to an origin. It's like everything do, right? Everything correlates to something. So is the origin etymology to something. And you see, Exalart was the leader. And remember, ain't no J's at the time. Yahudi. I'm going to say Yahudi, because that's the best way historically I'm going to say based off a lineage of people who were exiled out of a kingdom that I can historically find dealing with a certain king and his lineage, etc. And the Babylonian Empire literally historically being found to take over that lineage of people. All right. So we're going to say Yahudi community in Persian Mesopotamia during the era of the Parthians, Sassanians, and Abbasid Caliphate. Up until the Mongol invasion of Baghdad, bombs over. And this is in 1258 CE with the intermittent gaps due to ongoing political development. So we're going to slide on, though. I want to make sure I put that in there. We can keep it moving, God. You know what I mean? Because like we in the mix. I want to make sure these things are highlighted, though, in this mix. So next year, you know, if there's questions, you do your own research on the mix of things that we should highlight. You know what I mean? You might be able to come back and have a conversation with us about it. You know what I'm talking about? In the new, I guess they call it, right? In the sun cycle of things, right? Well, are they in the sun cycle off of a time where the sun is at its lowest point, when we should be celebrating at its spring or at its highest point? I don't know which one you might subscribe to, dealing with the 4 points. Oh, I do with all of them. You know what I mean? But some might only. I had somebody tell me they deal with the fall equinox because you know a lot of businesses, right, and our systems really going into August and the school starts and stuff like that. They deal with the new year in the manner of taxes, businesses, etc. within your state jurisdictions, by the way. So you might want to pay attention to that. But either way, make that a little bit bigger for me, though, God. Don't hurt me like that. Don't do me like that. I ain't do nothing to you. Like you ain't. I mean, you. It's all good though. I mean, my eyes ain't working like that though. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna need glasses. I'm gonna get some maroon ones too. I'm gonna need some maroon glasses going into the next year reading all this stuff. Yeah. The term maroons. You know what I mean? Mars. See that word Mars inside that word. And you said homophones, but this case it ain't. It really ain't. There ain't no homophones. There's no made up shit. You know what I'm saying? But either way, you know, it's lineage wise, right? It just refers to people who escaped slavery to create independent groups and communities on the outskirts of slave societies. Scholars generally distinguish two kinds of maroonage. Though there is a overlap between them, petite maroonage, for y'all petite folk out there, you know what I'm saying, or running away refers to a strategy of resistance in which individuals or small groups, for a variety of reasons, escape their plantations for a short period of days or weeks and then return. Grand maroonage, like grandma, yeah, you heard me. I'm in my grand maroon position. Don't be mad at me. Much less prevalent. And the topic here refers to people who remove themselves from their plantations permanently. Grand maroonage could be carried out by individuals or small groups, or it could be the result of plantation-wide breakouts or even colony-wide rebellions, although exact numbers do not exist. In any event, may have been smaller than previous thought. Maroon societies were created throughout the Atlantic world. They were particularly prevalent in areas such as Brazil. Funny enough, Lusitania we talked about last week, New Lusitania, Negro de Terra, you feel me? AKA
Brazil, you know what I'm saying? Jamaica, Suriname. Some communities existed for a few years, others persisted for centuries. In some countries, descendants of Maroons still live. And it's a semi-independent villages. Though they are increasingly under siege, whenever Maroons existed, they shared certain characteristics, even as geography, I'm messing up, and historical dynamics created great variations. While Maroons separated themselves from slave society, they did not live in isolation. Most had significant interactions with colonists and native peoples, as well as other Maroons. Many Maroons lived in perpetual state of war. Colonizers generally wanted to wipe them out or to prevent as yet enslaved people from joining them and to put a stop to predatory attacks on plantations. In some areas, Maroons and colonists eventually concluded treaties that recognized Maroon autonomy. You know, it's autonomous party, right? Shout out to all my Maroons out there in present day time, you feel me? In exchange for limited cooperation with colonial authorities in returning runaway slaves. I ain't in all that. But at the same time, or putting down slave rebellions, such as corporation. This is tied to really a group of people we would say in Jamaica. They popularly known for the treaties tied to this part they're putting in this paragraph. For you that might not know. But however, and even Suriname too. You go look up the groups in Suriname and how they got treaties tied to that colony that they were in the jurisdiction and the fighting and the rebelling against, and how they went and did their thing. All these different groups have their own situations, just like tribes and treaties, etc. They're not all lumped into the same narrative of what we might call a Maroon or American Indian, uh, you know, and various other terms people use today. Slide down real quick. So we don't make sure that we don't confuse nobody. In today's time, we say Maroon and Mar. It's tied to like the Marish lineage of those who are in an exile position with their mixtures on the land we call the Americas, North America, 50 states that have been excluded from certain things, disenfranchised from certain things. You know what I mean? Even though people might not be all slaves, and some of them might have been slave owners. You know what I'm saying? In a status standpoint, and commonly they're in a marooned position in today's society still, based off of nationality, in an exile situation. You know what I mean? You got exilart, exile, like Martin Luther King said, in our own land, even with the mixtures now today, especially those with the Negro who, before they were called Negroes, are tied to this term Marish, being that we ain't all tied to fully one lineage, but have that in the situation of the narrative of being exiled from somewhere in colonial time frames to the places they call the New World, and some might say the old, but we're gonna just say the world, right? The plane of action. And in the plane of action, when things are taking place, these things are laid out. You heard me? And we can lay it out in the new year if anybody want to have a conversation about it over here at the party. Just let you know we ain't playing around with it. I'm gonna get to the next joint though. We're gonna get back to the mix and we out of here. Give you a Solstice mix. You heard me? Blaze. I ain't even got a front though. The sources and how you conceptually understand what's going on. You heard me? That's loose. You want to rock? That's loose, right? Make a little bit. But you see how small this shit is? This shit small. Oh, that shit small as hell. Yeah. I mean, listen here. And I'm on the iPad. What about? Yeah. That's all. That's the best. Oh, there we go. There we go. Yeah, we working with something though. I'm gonna work it out. I think it's near vision too, God. I'm gonna need when you can't see close. Yeah, that's what I see happening. Yeah, telling my future. I used to have great vision though, night owl vision. You know what I mean? I still do mentally, but I ain't gonna lie, cataract, so it's fucking me up. Now look, this CCR filed. I make this brief with the Supreme Court on May 21st, 2004, and I'm urging the court to grant a right of certificate and review the decision of the Court of Appeals of the 10th Circuit of Davis versus United States. You know what I'm saying? See the numbers and all that. I can read all that shit. Now, it says, now underneath there, it says some of the tribal council determined not to share the millions of dollars that the tribe received in 2003. I'm tripping, right? I'm tripping, right? It sounded good though. Received in compensation for property confiscated in 1820. That sounds better though. With the African American members on the tribe, and did so in a blatant conspiracy with the federal government's Bureau of Indian Affairs. There's a CCR's amicus belief urges the Supreme Court to pierce the veil of tribal sovereign immunity, protecting such discriminatory actions by federal officials from the oversight of the federal courts. Slide down. You know, be in a maroon position. Just to give you an example, Yacht Seminole, from around a year ago this time, someone was saying that Yacht Seminole had nothing to do with indigenous people. Well, unique among Indian tribes, the Seminoles are not Aboriginal. That's the truth. They're mixed. But that's the fight that those group of people, such as myself, will say they have a mixed lineage tied to a group of people that are tied to this name, Yacht Seminole, Seminole. And it says instead they were compromised of a group of separatists, isolated, would be another word, refugee, like the term that's tied to the Freedmen's Bank, right? In its totality. It says, and runaways from various Native and African American groups. Jack Forbes, you know what I mean? Book tied to the term, chapter 7, mulattoes, in his Jack Forbes African American book, funny enough. And slaves from nearby southern states, in part to cut off the flow of escaped slaves. Americans frequently launched incursions into Spanish Florida, eventually purchased the territory from that flagging imperial power in 1821. Shortly thereafter, the tribal lands in Florida were ceded to the United States by treaty, and by 1842, President Jackson and Van Buren had forcibly removed most of the Seminoles to Oklahoma along the now infamous Trials of Tears. In 1866, Congress imposed treaties on the Seminoles and several other Oklahoma tribes, which had large black populations but had been aligned with the Confederacy, mandating, among other things, that these tribes had banned slavery. This was done by treaty. As the post-Civil War amendments did not, by their terms, apply to the tribes. Thus, for example, challenges to racial discrimination by Indian tribal governments cannot be brought under the same post-14th Amendment statutes available to plaintiffs challenging similar discrimination by state governments. The 1866 treaty with the Seminoles specifically mandated that persons of African descent and blood, and at that time, it's really Negro. It's not African. You feel me, God? Whoever wrote it, I'm going to make sure I say it. If you think I'm tripping, go look at the, situations on the records, right, of your genealogy, right? There's no term being used African on it. The term is going to be Negro, right? So to make sure I make that clarity for you, it's not even saying African at that time in history on those records, right, God? Free people of color and Negro, free Negro. They're not saying African at that time on them people declarations of, situations. But however, Negro. How we know? But they're still gonna say African because the African and Negro has been conveniently put together. But still, the black population where I'm at, because I got cataracts and those. 1860s treaty with the Seminoles specifically mandated that the persons of African descent, I'm gonna say Negro descent and blood among the tribe known as the Solstice. You see that guy? Meaning black Seminole and their descendants shall have and enjoy all rights of native citizens. You see that right there? So when S. Lucy said we native to America, right? Because of our mixtures and shit and fighting for indigenous rights, you feel me? As maroon people, being that black Seminole, black Indian, and maroon are all kind of like synonymous. You feel me, God? Ain't got nothing to do with African now. But that word Negro, yeah, it's duh. And the Negro and the Indian ain't the same. Jack Forrest kind of broke that down in chapter 7 of the mulatto term. Being that's the Negro, Blackamoor, as we showed you earlier. So what Blackamoor lineage maybe be in your mixture, you know, because they ain't all the same either. You feel me? The Jacobites in them in Europe that might be labeled Blackamoor and Swarthy might not be the same lineage that they're talking about in the 1500s that came over to America. You know what I'm saying? And mixed into the Aboriginal population of America at that time. They're two different time frames, actually. They're hundreds of years apart. You know what I'm saying? But all mixtures, you know, in this day and time, free people of color, free Negroes, Negro slave owners. Carter G. Woodson, right? Did it say African slave owners? I think people really are like, because of the fact they've been so conditioned to think Negro and African, right? Ain't it, huh? But we don't know that the word before Negro, the term Negro, before Negro is tied to Mar, right? Blackamoor, right? Not African, ain't it? Shout out to the Portuguese, Lusitania. Blaze, you gonna play a mix? Hmm? You gonna play a mix? What you got us? You got someone else? Oh, we got the premiere. We're gonna play the premiere real quick. Look at me. I'm in the mix. I'm live. No, we're gonna do it like this though. We live though. That's what it is. Pull me up real quick. Let's get it. And then we're gonna play the music after the fact. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna get out of here. Yeah, you know, shout out to everybody that been, you know, tapping into what we've been doing all year. You know, we appreciate everybody. Special thanks to all the different artists. Black Jagger, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to you. Coming on the show, not only just playing music, but coming on the show and dialoguing with us. You know what I mean? Obviously, shout out to all our guests and all our social club members too. A part of the party that's been coming on, doing what they're doing, tapping into our network and what we're doing. Shout out to the party. The harsh reality is live life autonomously. You know what I mean? But while we're live though, we're gonna do a world premiere. My man Maroon J. Maroon J, man, you've had a great year. Shout out to my man Maroon J. He's had a great year. And artist, member of the party, I'm gonna say it like that. He did the white slavery joint. If you go back on the podcast, mix show, he came on, dropped the song, and then did the bill with us, presenting information about some white slavery situation that people might not know about. Go check that out with him. You know what I mean? And he's on that scholar side too. They academics, and you know what I mean. He digging up shit too. You heard me? It's a party thing we do over here. But at the same time, he dropped this heater on us, and we're gonna drop the world premiere. Just a little visual, you know what I'm saying, of that same song as we, you know, we producing going into the new year. And I gotta shout him out, man. And after that, we're gonna play a couple of songs, and we out of here on the winter mix. We hope to see y'all in the new year, January 7th. Will be the next time y'all see us on the 7th, right? Tap in with us. Got us tap in. Maroon J, you know you got one, right? Tap in.
This could take quite a bit of time.
Pardon my autonomy. I know one day they'll honor me. This ain't pertaining to 28 Deuteronomy. Self-determination, controlling our situation. Ain't no more indoctrination from pale faces. How the fuck you bummy and broke but a pale racist? My lineage free people of color with a left make each nigga. This right here maroon, now it ain't burgundy. If you plotting murder, I'm certain that you'll need surgery. Hurt from when the burner squeeze. Protecting tribe business. Only consulting with governments, tribe to tribe with it. Please don't confuse us with those considered native. Semi-autonomy never was in our nature. Just address me as Esther Lucy. Wild Indian status and Cherokees riding broochies. In my war bonnet, if you want it, bring it to your region. And black horse is the same color the European. Pardon my autonomy. I know one day they'll honor me. This ain't pertaining to 28 Deuteronomy. Self-determination, controlling our situation. Ain't no more indoctrination from pale faces.
Aborigines, which means what? Black folks. You never find a white aborigine. Aborigines are called natives, or they're always dark-skinned people. You and I are aborigines, but you don't like to be called an aborigine.
That part. Take that part. Maroon J. Got one, you heard me? Real time. Hey, part of my autonomy one day they gonna honor me. Yeah, that's real. I got echoes in me. I ain't gonna lie. Me and me. Yeah, he got one. That's the loose. That's the loose. You hear me? I got an echo. This is me. I'm good. All right, there it is. There it is. All right, bet. So yo, this is shout out my man Maroon J though, man. Part of my autonomy, you know what I'm saying? We autonomous on this joint, you know what I'm saying? We on this side, we on our own thing. Shout out to my Maroons out there, all my indigenous people, you know what I'm saying? They ain't trying to be underneath no situation, you know what I mean? But their own situation, you know what I'm saying? Day and time, how we living, you know what I mean? I mean, we at the party, with your mixtures, whatever it might be, you know what I mean? Exile in your own land, as they say. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna get back to the mix. Check us out in the new year. Tap in with a January 7th. I got some ladies pulling up on us for the first of the year. Ain't gonna front. That's the plan. Ladies first. You know what I'm saying? New Year vibes. You know what I mean? We're gonna get to it's a lot of shit coming in the new year, so I'm letting you know ahead of time. We coming. You hear me? Veronica. The Lord is coming. The Mars is coming. They would say, oh, y'all niggas is tripping. No, I ain't capping about shit. I mean that. What do you mean the Lord? Lauderdale, what up? 954. You already know what it is, South Florida. Blaze, we in the mix. Tap in, let's go.
DJ Super Blaze is in the mix.
Your smile.
Let the melanin show. Such a beautiful glow. I wanna put my Dre 3000 in your love below. I usually switch them up every season or so. Pretty brown round. I like it when you come around. You know how I get down. We can skip town, take you to exotic beaches. Let the sun hit you and look at your exotic features. My Empress love thing, we go together like yin and yang. Ride or die, we got our own gang. Me and you loving this shit. She knows she my number one pick. She ride stick and don't need a learner's permit. We in our zone when the runs get lit. Cause I know you feeling me. You like how my spirit's free and how we build with the same energy. Drake Cobbs and you know I keep it low key. One hit of this pipes and turn into a dope fiend. It's 10 toes down. And you around, you know how we get down. Yeah.
Your eyes, I love. Your smile can't disguise.
Be my Mississippi and just flow with me. I give you parts you can only see. I wish the younger me was in tune with the older me. We'll be right where we supposed to be. I just want to embrace you. The whole world trying to trace.
Your smile.
Drake Cobb.
Let the melanin show.
Back on it again, let's go.
I want to put my Dre 3000 in your love below. I usually
Super Blaze, you know what it is, man. Inside the mix.
Pretty brown round. I like it when you come around. You know how I get down.
It's the last mix for the year.
Take you to exotic beaches.
Thank y'all for pulling
Sun
up.
hit you and look at your exotic features. My Empress love thing, we go together like yin and yang. Ride or die, we got our own gang. Me and you loving this shit.
Gonna drop some more stuff before we go though, you know what I mean?
Ride stick and don't need a learner's permit. We in our zone.
Just kick back, do what you do.
Cause I know you feeling me. You
vibe.
How my spirits feel me. And how we build with the same energy. Drake Cobbs and you know I keep it low key. One hit of this pipes and turn into a dope fiend. It's 10 toes down. And you around, you know how we get down. Yeah.
Your eyes, I love. Your smile can't disguise.
Be my Mississippi and just flow with me. I give you parts you can only see. I wish the younger me was in tune with the older me. We'll be right where we supposed to be. I just want to embrace you. Whole world trying to trace you. American goddess, your image all over the planet. The definition of organic. Your body is a work of art like Chichen Itza. This copper color is nice to meet you. She says she Cherokee, wear a feather in her hair. And I'm right there. It's quite clear. Me and you together with Spark Fest. It's UNITY in the universe intertwined. Causing eclipse like when the sun and the moon align. Now that's power divine that can light up the whole skyline. And touch your kiss, it gets me every time. Empress, you stay on my mind. You know you one of a kind because when I shine, you shine. It's nothing like the American Indian Empress. You one of a kind.
Your smile can't describe.
Yeah.
What year?
Hey man, all I'm saying.
Back inside the mix, you know what it is, man.
Nigga,
Super Blaze.
you always got something to say.
We always campaigning, you know what
It's
it
like
is,
you
man.
don't shut up.
Trey Ali, 1865. Let's do it real quick.
A lot of niggas died 1865. Took a Michael flag, how I ain't gon' let it ride. Everybody hot and black was never on your side. They too mad to tell your ops where you sleep at night. They put that white man on. Got you begging them for answers like that white man know. Had you swearing you was African, that's that white man home. Had you proud to be a savage, that's that white man's zone. And I ain't talking shit, this my definition. If being savage was our nation, y'all be non-existent. We done took your ass out when we was in them kitchens. Instead of showing you how to live and how to maintain business. White supremacy fake. Only way that shit real is if you do what they say. We the God to the gate. So when they say they fear God, now you know what they made. Shoot some, move some, shoot some, move some. Put us in the same room, he gon' go down. Hit a nigga with that boom, he gon' go down. Shoot some, move some, shoot some, move some. Put us in the same room, he gon' go down. Hit a nigga with that boom, he gon' go down.
Fire! 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 Fire!
Yeah, you listening to Super Blade. Let's go.
DJ Super Blade.
Yeah, rhyme so dope, my eyes low. When you move like God, the time slow. I came back for the blacks and John Doe's. Crack open them land patties, they go with them townhomes. What's a native to a native? Eat $5 dough if he not melanated. Pale faces got you waiting on a savior. Sending prayers up, he texting back on vacation. Yeah. God's children, give all your praise to Jesus, but how God feeling? He say put no one before him in divine image. It's you with God and Christians. I got a vision, but niggas ain't gotta listen, so they don't. We came from the soil, wasn't fucking with no boats. Bible took our spirit, English potted on our homes. Tribal families turn on us, don't act like y'all don't know. But fuck them and they grudges. We was something turned to nothing. And now we nothing's turned to something. Reincarnation of ancients, fresh up out the oven. This the message to the black man. 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 Shooters on my roof, lawyers in the coop. We can never die, bitch, we bulletproof. This the message to the black man. This the message to the black man. You wasn't slaves, you was prisoners of war. And stop wasting your time, these other bitches ain't important. You ain't meditating, you ain't mating with the sauce. Like what the fuck's a noodle if you ain't painted with the sauce? I find it hard to trust the pastor who rather side with the master who preaching we should submit while getting murdered and captured. About how we should wait on God, it's never our vernacular. They get paid and praised by the dollar long as they keeping us stagnant. And niggas think they woke, huh? Like you could change a whole world through a boat, huh? Like slave masters willing to let their slave go, huh? That slave master was probably your kinfolk, huh? History in reverse, a black king strategy. When blacks were your majesty, they always hide your pyramids but point to where the castles be. Aristocracies with your last name patent accurately. Yeah. And I ain't even tell half the shit. Like, I ain't even tell a quarter of the shit. I'm just getting started. Y'all niggas rap about busting guns and all this weird shit. I'm trying to get my people back, nigga.
No wonder why you don't get this. No, you ain't cross your T's and you ain't dot your I's. We got some unfinished business. Nigga, bang, bang, bang. No wonder why you don't get this. No, you ain't cross your T's and you ain't dot your I's. We got some unfinished business. Nigga. Now come and take a look at my perspective. School of hard knocks and struggling was my elective. Shit was reckless, so I had to always cock the heckler. Put under pressure, so that's why the shells would get projected. My mind protected, I stay focused, boy, if you ain't noticed. When it come to my thoughts, I'm an S63, you just a Lotus. Your brain small and compacted. That's why you contracted to a big-ass record label where the pay's lacking. But you ain't know that, too late to go back. I'm at the end of Roy G. Biv, where to go at. I paint the picture, you can keep the Kodak. My chariot awaits, I think it's time for me to go back. Back to the realm, build it with supreme beings. Trying to build my mind to see what the Almighty seeing. Dark should come to light, so ain't no way that you can play us. I'm turning in my black fist for the Uranus. No wonder why you don't get this. No, you ain't cross your T's and you ain't got your eyes. We got some unfinished business. No wonder why you don't get this. No, you ain't cross your T's and you ain't got your eyes. We got some unfinished business.
They try so hard to keep it blind, but thank God I can see the light. Wanna keep me in the dark, but now you can see it shining bright.
Now come and take a look through my dimension. A young God, I just came down from my ascension. Protect the 12 tribes, guessing I just lost prevention. The type of things I'm seeing, guessing that I shouldn't mention. If I don't talk, then I be leaving you up in the dark. Hate shaking up and saying that they use the heart. I'm thinking, what's the motive? Killing parts of mankind. The type of shit that make me blow up like a landmine. So I collect my thoughts and build it with supreme beings. Trying to build my mind to see what the Almighty seeing. The dark should come to light, so ain't no way that you can play us. I'm turning in my black fist for the Uranus. No wonder why you don't get this. No, you ain't cross your T's and you ain't got your eyes. We got some unfinished business. Nigga. No wonder why you don't get this. No, you ain't cross your T's and you ain't got your eyes. We got some unfinished business. Nigga.
Yeah, you listening to Super Blaze. Let's go.
Back in the saddle. I'm here, moving at the speed of light, heading in the battle. Running through the dark in the night now. We gon' spread our wings and take flight now. You gotta let it rain out, they bring the rain down, they bring the flames down. This is the change now. Dance in the rain right now, ain't no games right now. Dance in the flames right now, there ain't no pain right now. I had enough, I got a strange feeling, I got a new healing, feel like a new human. So lost in the world out there, you need the same feelings, you need the new healing, become a new human. They say we strange, it's blood that's in our veins. Heaven's on the way, love's the only way. Yeah, we going up. I got a strange feeling, I got a new healing, feel like a new human. Let out the old things go, let out the good times go. Let out the old things go, we came to rock and roll. Brand new side with a brand new vision. We all gotta win now, my heart is all in now, committed. Brand new life with a brand new living, yeah. Get it the kid now, singing in the wind now. You gotta let it rain out, yeah. They bring the rain down, yeah. They bring the flames down. This is the change now. Dance in the rain right now, yeah. Ain't no games right now, yeah. Dance in the flames right now, yeah. There ain't no pain right now. I had enough. I got a strange feeling, I got a new healing, feel like a new human. So lost in the world out there, you need the same feeling, you need the new healing, become a new human. They say we strange, blood that's in our way, heaven's on the way, love's the only way. Yeah, we going up. I got a strange feeling, I got a new healing, feel like a new human.
Let out the old things go, let out the good times go. Let out the old things go, we came to rock and roll. Let out the old things go, let out the good times go. Let out the old things go, we came to rock and roll.
I had enough. I got a strange feeling, I got a new healing, feel like a new human. So lost in the world out there, you need the same feeling.
Yes.
You need the new healing, become a new human.
Grand finale for the year. We out of here until next year.
Heaven's on the way.
Full of campaign, the Autonomous Party. Super Blaze, Black Ether, God of Green, Baron P.
I got a new healing, feel like a new human.
Shout to the family, shout to the chat, shout to the tribe. You know what it is, man. Moranatha. Salute to you. in the solstice in this time.
No human.